Howdy P&E fans. Of course, Matchday report back once more, as per usual with these nighttime games coming out a day late because I don't fancy coming home at 10 o'clock at night and recording a video and getting it edited, you know what I'm saying, I like me sleep. So yeah, a day late of course, but you've all seen the news. Oh shit, sorry Mike. You've seen the news, you've seen the scoreline, you've seen it all by now. This is just some dickhead on the internet giving down his, his breakdown and his opinions over the game that happened over the weekend. Don't know how I'm talking like that. Anyways, let's get the Google up. Just make sure I'm not covering it because I have since edited my webcam, and yeah, no, that'll be fine. Cool. So we'll start with our first half, second half breakdown. Okay, so first half, much like Blackpool at home last season, the atmosphere tonight could be felt, or should I say last night. It could be felt. It was incredible. It was incredible to see Deepdale that full once again. It was ridiculous. And from the minute it kicked off, we was hungry for action and everybody was looking into the game. Of course, we conceded an early goal at about 10 minutes. Well, yeah, at 10 minutes, sorry. Which was unfortunate, but we quickly came back with one of our own. We conceded a set piece, but we soon scored from a set piece. I think we're pretty lucky that we actually scored that goal because it didn't even hit the back of the net. It did go over the line, and it was looked at, or I think it was looked at, but goal line technology says it was in, and it was definitely in, but that could have gone either way in this league. Sometimes they don't bother. So pretty lucky. Yeah, it's our first home goal, and it's from Mr. Jordan Story himself. The rest was pretty nervy as they had the better attacking for the rest of the first half, and we slowed down as it went on. Freddie De Gea struggled catching the ball, and it just hit his gloves. There was a lot of scrambling to get the ball back after saving it because he just sort of put his hands up, donked it, and it's gone on the floor. And he's trying to pick it back up. So a few nervy moments there. But, oh well. There were some improvements needed in the second half, most definitely, and some subs coming on at a decent pace. It was nice to see that the half-time song was changed as well. Maybe the wrong tone, because of course it's Derby Day. Usually we use Right Here, Right Now, but this time we used Porcelain by Moby, which of course, very different tone of song to come out to on the second half, but what can you say? And Ledson came on at half-time for McCann, which was definitely a precaution with the yellow card, because McCann took an early yellow card and he's not afraid to get into him, but it is what it is. We didn't want McCann being sent off, no chance. So the second half was nowhere near as good. It was awful, for a matter of fact. The whole time was a case of prevent the loss, which results in a stalemate in the middle of the pitch when nobody's attacking. We subbed on Brown, Alvaro, Evans and Hughes in this half, and they all did well in their own ways. Alvaro especially was the standout for me. All the action died until the last 10-15 minutes, which is when Burnley began to press again after bringing Ched on. We did the same to no effect, but a good effort from the lad to be fair, and Lindsay was man of the match again. That's 3 times in a row now. This time I've got a pros and cons section, but I'll wait and we'll do that in a minute, but for now we'll look at the stats. So we had 6 shots, 3 on target, which isn't a lot, and they had 12 to 4, which gives us a roughly even rate. Also, we have a half ratio. They've got about I think a 30 to 40% ratio on the shots, so not terrible from us or them, but we didn't get many shots off because of the possession they had. Look at the fucking staggering difference. We had 27% of the possession. We didn't get many spoils today. They had definitely more passes as well, and they intercepted us quite a lot. We definitely had to make more fouls, and as a result we got booked twice, and the corners add up to 10 quite nicely. So if I'm being completely honest, we was dominated basically all game, which was to be expected. Burnley have come down from the Premier League. Doesn't matter if it's relegation FC. They've come down from the Premier League. These players all have experience in a tough league, and they've adapted their own play style in the league and now under Vincent Kompany. So very nice to see us be able to hold out a draw. To be honest, I would have loved more, of course, but I take the 1 point over no points, especially when it comes to a team like Burnley getting 3 points. We definitely would rather take a point each and share the spoils. That's just my opinion. I know a lot of people would think differently. They'd say, I don't care if we lost the match, I want to see passion. What good's passion if we're losing 3 points and the other team gains 3 points? That just sets us back further on the table. Speaking of the table, we're 9th with 12 points. If we would have lost that game, we would have been either 11th or 10th, depending on how they were going to do that with QPR. Because we'd have even goal difference and points. But obviously we took the draw, so we took a point, which of course puts Burnley up as well. They're no longer level up with Watford and Wigan. Well, they would have been above them anyway. They would have been 6th, which is, they're still in playoffs. They've gone up a position basically, but Bristol play tonight, so that could change for all we know. But the gap between us and Burnley is not huge, and they're the only, apart from Wigan, who wrote a point above, they're the only local derby team that are currently succeeding against us. Oh, and Blackburn. Never mind, I'm chatting shit, don't listen to me. The only team that's not succeeding against us is Blackpool. Us and Blackpool are in the bottom half of the derby ladder, but it's fine. I don't think we're doing too terribly. We've had, what, 1 league loss so far, and we're on game week, whatever this is. I don't even know what game week we're on now. What game week was this? Seymour. Let's have a look, shall we? Oh yeah, we didn't play Bristol, forgot about that. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That doesn't count. Try again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is our 9th match because Bristol was postponed. This could have been the 10th, but obviously, like I said, with Bristol. So we're not doing too bad, I don't think, right now, this second. We could be doing far worse, and we usually do far worse. So, like a lot of people are saying, oh, it's not attacking football if we're playing defensively. Would you rather lose points or gain points? At the end of the day, right, football's not just about scoring goals. Goals win you the game, but as long as you're intelligent, patient, and reserved enough, you will not let any goals in the back of the net. And of course, we conceded from a set piece, which in our, I can't defend it really because I think our boys could have done a lot better in terms of defending that set piece because he just crept up from the back and it's just in straight away. Very, very easy corner to concede, to be honest with you. But oh well. We'll look at Sofa scores and then we'll have a look at the pros and cons, and I've got a few things to mention. Okay, so Woodman close to a 7. Cunningham was our how was Whiteman our worst player? What the fuck? I thought Whiteman did well. 90 minutes, not he had 28 touches, 70% accuracy. Not accurate crosses or long balls. No dribbles. Won 2 of his ground duels. Don't matter if he didn't win most of his duels. See, this is why I don't like looking at rating systems, and I'd rather do my own, but I'm too lazy. Because I don't agree with this at all. Because I think Whiteman did so many key interceptions and made some decent movement with the ball to allow for us to maybe be a bit more creative. He won that ball back in a few crucial areas, like he did against Blackpool. So I don't know why he's our lowest rated player. That's very bizarre for me. But anyways, Woodman close to a 7. Story is the highest. And probably rightfully so. He did fantastic all game. Lindsay again on a solid 7. He's doing fantastic this season, and he's currently our highest rated player. Cunningham didn't do too great. He did. Let's be honest, he did far better this game than he did against fucking Birmingham. He was awful against Birmingham. Brady again, not too much to highlight. He missed out on a goal, unfortunately. Johnson 6.4. I don't know why Johnson was captained and not Whiteman, to be honest. McKenna 6.6. He did well, but of course we had to take him off as a precaution with the card. Potts did a 7.2. That's interesting. I think he did okay, but that's about it really. Reese put in a lot more work tonight. He definitely showed a bit more desire to try and win that ball back rather than just stand and wait for it, but still he didn't get many opportunities. And Parrott, oh Jesus, Parrott was awful. I don't know why Parrott's... okay, fair enough. He's developing. He's here to develop. That's the point. But I'm not being funny. Not every player comes here the way that Parrott has, and they take the time to build up to that progression. Look at players like Alvaro. He's not played as many minutes as Parrott, and he's already fantastic. Archer came in and was scoring from the first game. Everson, fair enough, on his first season wasn't the greatest, but looking in the season after, he was really, really good. Or even older loanees, let's say Beckham or Pickford. So like all these older players that we've had on loan before, it didn't take them this long to find the footing. He might have settled into the club, but he's not settled on the ground yet, if that makes sense. So I need to see this like speed up a little bit, because Parrott right now, he's playing more like an attacking midfielder or a centre forward. Parrott should be creating chances because his dribbling skill, his vision, and his passing is really good. But going forward and scoring, it's not all there. So if I had to make a suggestion, I'd drop Parrott back and I'd let him create chances for Reese and O'Neill, because I can't rely on Ched and I can't rely on Johnny Maguire. So give Mikey O'Neill a chance. I've been saying this since day one. Mikey O'Neill's going to be one of our best players. When we was talking about sending him out on loan, I was so upset. I mean, he didn't go out on loan, thank God, but please, give the lad a chance. Give him some minutes under his belt, and he will do really well for us. I know he's missed the opportunity because we're out of the Cup, but when FA Cup rolls around, get him on that pitch, get him starting. Mikey O'Neill will be one of our best players, and I can guarantee it. In terms of our substitution, Hughes did quite well, I think. Alvaro should be rated higher. That's a robbery. Ledson did all right. Brown, surprisingly, Brown did quite good today. I know, well, yesterday. I know, like I said before, we're trying to do attacking football, so why are we taking off forwards for midfielders and then putting a forward on afterwards for a midfielder? Bit strange, but I think it's just to even out the pace of the game to try and throw off the opponent, which it did work. So yeah, Brown did actually quite well today. I think he should have started over Johnson because Johnson didn't exactly do much, but I can't rely on either of them because Brown hasn't exactly been great this season either, but today he did really well. Brown always performs on a derby day, that's good. Evans, for the time he was on the pitch, which wasn't long, he did alright, I think. Because usually he'll just come on the pitch and he'll be very slow and ranted, and he'll just make some heavy movements. And he was heavy, but he actually kept the ball and he tried to move with the ball this time. And he came on for the last 10 minutes so he wouldn't get goosed. So yeah, I think Ched had a decent performance, and of course Shawnee didn't play. It was either Sean or Ched that were coming on, and I did think it would be Ched. I didn't think Maguire would come on. But yeah, all around, I think every lad put in a decent shift, apart from maybe Parrott, but I can't keep saying Parrott shit because I'm going to sound like a wanker. He's not a bad player. He really isn't. He's just bad in the position he's trying to play in. That's all I'm trying to say. Yeah, and it needs changing. But before we go, I'll keep the screen here so we can see the top half of the table while I read out my pros and cons. So the pros, we had an amazing atmosphere and a turnout of just over 20,000, which is our highest this season so far. We had 14,500 home fans and 5,600 away fans, which is a great turnout for Burnley. Very good atmosphere. We had a good first half performance and we had much better referees this time. That referee tonight, oh, far better than the fucking referee we had against Birmingham. Will it tell me his name? I can't remember his name. No, but it was much better. Let's get that second half on. And we also paid respects to Queen Elizabeth at the start of the match with a minute's silence, followed by an amazing national anthem performance. But he's very famous, but I can't remember his name for the life of me on the spot. I'm so sorry, but you'll know what I mean if you just go on Sky Sports Football and look at the national anthem being played at Deepdale at the start of the game. Very, very good performance, and it was very touching. You could tell those goosebumps all around the stadium. So yeah, very good. And we also paid our respects to Alex Tyson, who very unfortunately did pass away recently on an accident on the motorway. Which is why Blackpool Road last week was very congested because of that accident, and it was unfortunately him in that accident. Lifelong PNE fan, always attended with his father, only 19 years old. It's a massive shame. You know, the lad looked like he had his life set. You know, he was doing a good apprenticeship at British Aerospace. Like I said, lifelong PNE fan. He looked like he had his life sorted. Loved to travel and things, but unfortunately was taken away very early. So to the Gentry fella, you will definitely be celebrated and missed on Gentry Day. We had 2 rounds of applause for him, one at 19 minutes and one at half time, which was very, very good. But in terms of our cons, we had a lacklustre second half. We were reluctant to attack and challenge in many places, and we got tired pretty quickly. We conceded again, even though we made up for it, but we still conceded. We're back to drawing, unfortunately. And that's probably about it for the cons, because I didn't really think there were actually that many things bad to point out about the match, apart from the poor second half. And of course the low possession as well, but that comes in turn, I suppose. So yeah, not a terrible game by all means. I think we could have done a lot worse, but we could have also done a wee bit better. But for a team of Burnley's stature and where they've been for the past few years, yeah, I can't be mad at it. I think we've done all right. So that means we have to roll on Sheffield at the weekend. That'll be a very difficult game, as you can tell. They're at the top of the table currently, and the 4 points clear. Oh my, with a goal difference of 12. Now, of course, we usually do decently against Sheffield United, but I can't bank on it this time because their form looks impeccable, and I'm going to imagine they're going to want to do as good as they can this season to get into the Premier League because they only just missed out last season. So yeah, excited for that. I don't really expect massive amounts of goals from us, but as long as we can not concede and we can bring out a decent result or at least walk away with a point, I'll be pleased with that. So thanks for watching. Be sure to follow all the socials. They are linked in the description. I need to start saying that more often because I don't self-promote enough. I'm terrible. For a business student, you'd think I'd be better at marketing. But yeah, follow all the Twitter and the socials. That's where we decide things like the thumbnail title. We also have some good discussions about players, the lineups, games upcoming. We'll just talk about general football news. It's a nice space to be. Yeah. So follow the Twitter and check out anything else if you want. That's completely optional. But yeah, until Saturday, I am out. That video will probably be out on Sunday actually, because after the match on Saturday, I'm not coming straight home. I'll be going out. We're going for a few drinks. So I think that video will be out on Sunday, not Saturday. But that gives you more time to vote on the thumbnail title. So that's why there's another reason to get down on Twitter. You can help decide what this channel does. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one, and I'll hopefully see you at the weekend.